morning. I'm Deirdre Stoker-Vaillancourt with Maybaum Real Estate in downtown Aiken, South Carolina, which we fondly call the sporting capital of the Southeast. Today, I have a new friend of mine and a realtor from Kentucky who is here as a personal friend of the seller, so we can talk a little bit today about what makes this wonderful property, Shadey Hill Farm, so special, and why Tess really feels that this is a property that people need to take account and look at.
So I've been privileged enough to come down and make this kind of home base in Aiken for the last 3 years in the wintertime, and I've completely fallen in love with the area and this farm. I went to Ocala for many, many years, and when my client and friend moved down here, I started visiting her instead of going to Ocala, and I haven't been back to Ocala since. I really loved Aiken. I loved the restaurants, the people, the shopping, and obviously the horse culture here. And this property in particular is perfect for an equestrian wanting to just escape, whether it's for a week or a month or for the whole season.
So one of the things that draws people to Aiken is it has a quality of life here, which you don't see in some of those other areas. There are so many aspects of it that don't necessarily show up when you first look at things on Realtor.com, which is why we really felt today doing a video would give you some insight into some part of what we feel is so special about this farm in particular. It's fully perimeter fenced. It's 11.1 acres and change. There are 7 paddocks in great grass. All of the fencing is in immaculate condition. It's all been repainted. The entire barn in the summertime is probably 10 degrees cooler. It's got very high ceilings, which are all insulated. There are 3 sets of retracting barn doors, 4 large, spacious stalls that open out to what I call California condos, because the horses can come in and out if needed. There's plenty of room to store hay. There's a full wash stall, hot and cold running water. And then the other important thing, of course, is there's an RV hookup. Sarah and her husband put in an all-weather arena with full irrigation system, automated, and that has added a tremendous amount to you wanting to stay on site. This apartment, it really is a true residence. The primary living area is all on one floor. On the primary level, we're in this kitchen, and this is a designer kitchen. It's got beautiful granite countertops, custom cabinetry, and all of the bells and whistles that one would expect in walking into any regular house. There's a full bathroom downstairs, just off the laundry room, and then there's the full primary ensuite. There are 2 additional bedrooms upstairs, which can be also reached by an exterior staircase. As you go outside, there's a lovely covered area. It's a wraparound porch on 2 sides. So anybody that's concerned about the notion of a barndominium, this really is one of a totally different quality. It's not just a little tacked on studio apartment. It is a full living space, masterfully designed. And we are very pleased to be able to give you some interior looks at it because we think it's that special.
I would say for me, what I've enjoyed coming down to this property over the last few years is that from the moment I pull my trailer in, I can either stay here and use the beautiful rain here with all-weather footing.
Indeed.
And go for hacks with my horse for 30, 40 minutes without leaving the neighborhood. And I can also haul out 20 minutes away, go to the Vista and Jumping Branch and Full Gallop and some of the great farms around the area where we can school. But being able to stay as a home base in this place is just incredible, and I think anybody would be super lucky to call it home.
Let's talk briefly about the Paddocks, which is one of the newest of the Aiken equestrian communities. It has an arena just down the road that everybody is free to use. That's all part of your HOA dues, approximately $200 a year at this point. The quality of building here is very high. Our seller and her husband are able to do all of the training that they want here. They're allowed by the restrictions to have a boarding operation and to give lessons here. That's very important.
Yeah, I love the equestrian community here and all these neighbors that have horses on their property, and you can share a ring with each other and have each other's backyards essentially to ride around. It's just incredible. I think this property though is well positioned to be a full-time property.
Yes.
or a seasonal property. With it being a barndominium, it's set up very well for the winter, being able to pull right in with your horses from the horse show and be inside and get them taken care of indoors. But it's also got plenty of space to build a beautiful home if you wanted a separate home as well.
So everything has been thought of. This is as professional a facility as one might want, or it would certainly suit an amateur who wants to come down here in the wintertime and partake of all of these things that Tess has just been talking about. So please give us an opportunity to help you see this farm. Thank you.